Hey everybody, Carrie Clark here, and today I am going to explain to you how you can take data just once per month instead of on every session, and how that will make your therapy better. Okay, so data collection is my theme for the week, so we're going to be talking about that a lot here on Instagram this week. And I wanted to start off with this idea of we don't need to take data every day. So I know several of you are going to be like, heck yes, I'm on board. And several of you are going to be like, I don't know, that's not. So if you think about it, the children that we work with, most likely they don't make so much progress within the course of a month that you need very thorough data every day to show how much progress they're making. Most of our children can work on the same thing for a month and then be ready to either go to the next step or move on to a new skill. So if we focus on this idea of 3 to 1 in terms of weeks, so you do 3 weeks of really intense therapy where you're not collecting data on every repetition, and then you take 1 week off from that super intense therapy to do what I call a review week, then you can collect your thorough data on that third week and then make an informed decision about what to work on the next month. So if you use this format, this 3 weeks of therapy to 1 week of review, you can plan and prep for an entire month of therapy all at once and not have to replan, re-prep everything every week. So how do we make this work? Well, what you need to do first is start off with some good data on where they are on each of those skills. We are at the beginning of the school year, so this is a great time to just sit down and just run through a list of words. We're not teaching, we're doing data collection. So you run through that list of words, you run through that skill, or you take a 5-minute sample and you tally how many times they do the skill. I have this data sheet, which is the one that I like to use for my thorough data. So I will write each of their goals along this, and then every time I collect data, I put it in one of these boxes with the date. So this is a really easy way for me to see which goals I haven't collected data on in a while and which ones I have, and to be able to monitor progress quickly. Now, this is not something I do every day. This is my once a month. So I like to do the last week of the month. I sit down and I just see how many of these we can collect data on during that 1 week. If I can get through all the child's goals, that's awesome, because that will give me information about, even if we weren't treating a skill, did they make progress on it? If I can't get through all of them, I at least try to hit the ones that we worked on that month. So that's what I do monthly. And then for the other 3 weeks, the first 3 weeks of the month, I'm focusing on the therapy. I am in the moment, I am giving those cues, I am prompting, and I am not collecting data. Because I'm gonna have plenty here, right? I'm gonna have all of this once a month. I don't need to do that every day. Now I know a lot of you are going to say, well, I need something every day. Either your school or your employer requires it, or just to keep in your own brain what you were working on and how they were doing. Because I know that I forget what we were working on when I've seen 60 other children since then. So for that, I have this, which is my daily notes page. So you can see up at the top, I have a key that's a rubric style grading. So for me, I have 1 is did not demonstrate the skill. 2 is demonstrated occasionally or with maximal prompting. 3 is demonstrated the skill half the time or with some prompting. 4 is most of the time or with minimal prompting. And 5 is demonstrated the skill independently. So for each day, I write the date, I write the client or the goal that we were working on, and I just circle 1 through 5. That's all I'm doing. You can do this at the end of the session as you are packing up your stuff and getting that child ready to go back to class. You can do this the first 10 reps of the session. You can have them do it and you can just circle a number. So you don't have to take data every day, but this will tell you where they were. So were we doing it really well, not very well? And that's enough to just guide your session so that you know, okay, do I need to make it harder? Do I need to provide a lot of prompting today? Just kind of approximately where they are. And then this just has some blank lines where you can take notes. So I've got one that I filled out. So I think it's backwards to you, sorry guys. So this would be, this day we worked on 2 skills, and then we worked on them again this next session. So I used 2 lines per session. And you can see we were at a 2 and a 4, and look, oh, now we went to a 3 and a 5, so we're making progress. So that's just an example of how you could do that. And then I wrote down the types of prompts I was using. So, used prompts for tongue on magic spot, used peanut butter for tactile cue. So that's as much as I need to just remember where we were so I can pick up where we left off. But I'm not collecting data every session. I'm using that time and that focus to really give good therapy. And then we take that break on the 4th week of the month to fill out the more thorough data. All right, another data sheet that I have, just to give you another example, this is my RTI data sheet. And so this just has boxes here where I can just mark reps. So if you are needing a little bit more in terms of like a percentage, you can do this really easily. So I have 20 boxes and the last 4 are kind of in a different section. And this is gonna help me see if I've hit that 80%, if you're looking for 80%. So if they did it right, I'd mark this box. If they did it wrong, I'd mark over here on this end. And as we come towards the middle, then I see, okay, were our wrong ones within that 80%, or did they end up over here? So this is another one that I use sometimes for that daily data. Okay, so these are all data sheets that are from our membership site. If you are one of our paid members over at slpsolution.com, you have access to all of those data sheets, and you can just search the membership site for those. We do have some of them for free on the Speech and Language Kids site. I think this one and then a couple other ones. So if you're looking for data sheets, you can head over to speechandlanguagekids.com and you can search data sheets, or you're welcome to join us in the membership. Just head over to slpsolution.com and you'll get access to those. Okay, so we're going to be talking about data this week. So if you have questions about data collection, if you have things that you're struggling with, if you're struggling with how to write goals to collect data better, any of that kind of stuff, I'd love to hear it. I'm going to go ahead and put up a story on Instagram that will have a questions box, and you can type in your question or what you're struggling with, and we'll be making videos on here, and we'll be sending emails out to our lists as well. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great day, and I hope that you're able to get some good data this week or next week and then kind of hit the ground running with that really intense therapy. All right. Bye, guys.